How you doing, folks? I decided to go ahead and do a little video of Lucy, the F600, and just kind of give a rundown of things I've been doing to her, and don't mind my mess. My shop is a mess, so I wanted to kind of introduce her to you and kind of give you a give you an idea of what my plans are and things like that. I just went to town after I got off work. My wife and I went to town to go look at this yard hostler, and I took some couple things in there, and I took a battery and some ether and a couple little things, and it's been sitting for about 12 or 13 years. It's been sitting, hadn't driven, and as soon as I got it all put the battery in and shot some ether in, and she fired right up. So she's gonna make a good little engine for this truck. But well, anyway, this is Lucy here. Here, let me get you a good little shot of her. This is a 1975 F600. It used to be I believe it was a grain truck at one time. I bought it in Tipton, Missouri. It was an hour and a half away from me, and I gave $1,000 for her. I think it was 1,000. It might have been 900. I can't remember now, but anyway, started up. She ran perfect. I mean, she ran really, really good, real smooth. It needed a carburetor, but it was pretty good and quiet. And drove it home an hour and a half on a 96 plus degree day, and she never got hot, nothing. Drove home and did what she was supposed to do. She's a good old Ford. That's what Fords do, but just get the job done. But she's had a better day on the interior. She's got a lot of love marks, I'd call them, I guess. But I put this seat in there. When I got it, it had this little thing over there that it was terrible. It was like sitting on a bucket. But my Uncle Kelly had this seat sitting in his shop, been sitting there for years, and it was, it came out of a Ford pickup, but same seat. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. But anyway, that's the interior. I'm gonna go through the interior and put all brand new interior parts in it, and it's gonna look pretty cool. It's gonna be the same look, white and black inside, and I got a couple things I want to do to it, but probably end up putting bucket seats in it, and I want to put a custom center console and some cup holders, because for some reason Ford never had cup holders even in the new vehicles. They don't really have that many cup holders, but gotta have cup holders. So anyway, I'm gonna do that, and new panels, new rubbers, all new rubbers and all new seals and everything, and paint it, sound deadening, insulation. I mean, I'm doing the whole 9 yards. So that's gonna happen. No door still shuts real well. It does need strike. This is the only rust through spot on the whole truck, and it's just barely rusting right here. Everywhere else is just as solid as could be. I mean, of course, this is the only dent on the whole truck. It's right here on this fender, which is not a big deal. I don't really care about that. It's character. So when I got the truck, I put a new carburetor on it, and I put new turn signals on it because none of the signals worked, and got it working. But anyway, it's got a 361 big block in it. It's a FT motor. And what it is it's an industrial V8. It's just like a FE engine they used back in the 70s, but like a 360, 390, things like that. But same type of, and how you can tell is if you look, the head right here, this intake goes past where the head is. That's how you can tell that style of engine it's unique. But with the industrial engine, it's actually has a longer stroke crank. It's steel forged crank on it. The rods are stroked. It has smaller valves, but it's designed to run low compression and low horsepower, but it's designed to run forever. You know, it's designed to idle forever and run forever, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of power per se. It's designed to run forever. And I mean, it still runs. There's nothing wrong with it. She's tired, you know, and I'd like to put that Detroit in there because I think it'd be cool. But you know, it's going to be something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's no like book on it, so I'm going to make it work. So we'll see what happens. But my plans are I like to find me an air conditioning unit off a 75 F100 or something like that, or 250 or something like that, and maybe cut a hole there and put me an air conditioning unit. I don't want to spend for the vintage air because that stuff is expensive, but I might have to because I'm going to fix this thing up pretty fancy. So, but I got this tire off because it's got all the wheel cylinders leaks on it, of course, but I got all that off. I'm going to replace all the wheels, seals on it. And the shoes are okay. I probably should replace them. I probably won't, but I probably should. But like I said, there ain't a rust spot really on this truck. All the underneath is all good. You know, a lot of times these years, like F-150s, F-250s, stuff like that, they always rust in here. You know, where the core support is here, and he always rusts where the with the cab mounts are, right in here. This one right here, solid as can be. I mean, it's just amazing. So my goal is I found this place where they sell an airbag kit for this truck. And what you do is you take this off and you put the airbag in there, and it gives you 5,000 pounds more weight you can haul. And it keeps the front end off everything, hopefully, when you're loaded. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully it works out. But all in all, this is going to be my project, and I'm pretty excited about it. Goal is, after I get this diesel put in, I'm going to bring in between this bed and the cab, I'm going to put 5-inch stacks, maybe 6-inch stacks, I'm not sure yet, straight up with little flappers on the top like an old school trucks. Probably about probably about 2 foot above the cab. So I think that's going to be pretty neat. Something different. You won't see that. But anyway, this is the project I've been doing. This bed originally was 16 foot long, grain bed. It was really wide and it was overhanging, and it drives me nuts when a bed overhangs past the wheels. I can't stand it. Even when a 3/4 ton, when you got a guy with 3/4 ton and a flatbed hangs over the single wheel, it drives me nuts. Cut that stuff down. It just drives me batty. I don't know why, but it just makes me nut. I just don't like it. So, but I took this whole thing apart, cut it all down, and re-welded a bunch of stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff was just trash, really. And I re-spaced some stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to do this on a budget, so it's not like I'm going to go out and buy a brand new metal. I mean, but it's good solid metal. This hair is just a little rusty from use, over the years. But I'm going to go through, do all this, put in new floor, which I got all this flooring over here for it, metal. It's going to have 2-foot sides. I'm going to build a dump bed, dump tailgate and all that kind of stuff for it, So it's going to be pretty neat. I'm pretty excited. But I'm really excited about this truck. So, and my wife and lots of other people have told me to leave the patina. Now, see the old patina? This is a single stage type paint job, like, from 75. I mean, that's what they did. They didn't really have, what the type of paint they have now. And you see that black? That's the primer. The black's, the primer's showing through the white, obviously. There's rust here. There's a lot of black here, and there's different spots. And of course, got all this rust coming through here. And a lot of this rust you can actually sand down or take a SOS pad and clean it off. And then, you can either clear it or you can use linseed oil and do all that stuff. But anyway, she wants me to keep it like it is. And a lot of people do too. I don't know what it is. I do not want to look like this. And she kind of agrees with some of the stuff I said too, about, because I'd like to work it. I want to haul gravel for people. I want to get paid to do it, hauling gravel and things like that. And you pull up somebody's house in a hoopty, typically they don't, they might think something, might go, oh, well, who's this yahoo, But anyway, my goal, what I'm thinking about doing, what I like to try to do, I want to paint this white, the cab white, the bed a Ford gray, the old school gray, and then the fuel tank, which is right there, I had to take it off because it's plumb full of rust. The fuel tank gray, running boards gray, black rims, of course, things like that. But that's my goal. I think that's what I want to do. And I'll go with just an implement paint. I'll spray it, and then I'll buff it all out and get the shine out of it. So, I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think? Think I should leave it like it is? Or do you think I should paint it? I mean, either way, I got to paint the bed. So, and if I paint the bed all fresh and pretty, and then the cab looks like that, it's going to look funny to me. I think it should all be painted or not at all. So, but I have to paint that because it's got raw metal there, So, you guys let me know what you think. Anyway, that's the F600. This is Lucy. Just remember, old Lucy. I don't know where I got the name at, but that's what I've called her from day one. And I can't wait to get her back on the road and get her going and start making a little money with her. And be honest with you, I don't care if I make a dime with her. I just think she's cool. But oh, by the way, there's my welding cart. I have out of a old power washer and a filing cabinet and a couple scrap parts I had laying around. My welder ain't even on it, but there it is. I thought that was kind of neat, kind of something that I had laying around. So, but anyway, I'll let you guys go, and maybe tomorrow I get that yard dog home. It had a problem with the pump. The foot feed was a little frozen, so I'm got to do some stuff, and then I think it was out of fuel too, so because it kept dying. So I'm gonna get some fuel in the morning, get that thing home, and tomorrow, and then probably do another video. But I gotta get that A frame home. That way I can pull these engines and such. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get a video up tomorrow with the other trucks and what I'm going to be doing with them. So thank you, God bless, and have a good one.